Having a baby is a joyful time for many new parents, but one West Michigan mother received terrible news years ago, finding out her 4-month-old daughter has an aggressive form of brain cancer. Losing your little girl was a real possibility, but an experimental treatment changed it all for the better. 24-hour News 8 Zach Horner joins us now with more on this. Zach?
Well, many of us were brought into this world free to grow and develop just like we should. In Maddie Pagel's case, she was born into a fight for her life. Looking at her today, it's hard to imagine how her life began.
It was more of a shock. Like it was disbelief.
Fighting to survive at 4 months old.
So when they said a brain tumor, I was like, there's no way. Like, how is she 4 months old and has this?
Maddie just had her 4-month checkup.
Then that night, I heard excessive vomiting from her room. And I went in there and she was like, almost like having a seizure.
That's what brought Maddie to the hospital. Then the news.
They found a golf ball-sized mass.
An aggressive form of brain cancer that spread to her spine, multiple surgeries, 11 cycles of chemo. A year of intense treatment saw some progress. But then, more devastating news.
We saw the tumor had grown in size in her brain and had also spread down to the spine.
Hospice care was suggested for Maddie, but her mother wanted to fight.
Because I do not want to bring my 3-year-old to die and watch. I can't do that.
Dr. Scholler suggested a clinical trial, next-generation sequencing, targeted treatments looking at the DNA of the tumor.
We're really trying to understand as much as we can about the patient's tumors using genomic sequencing, so looking at their DNA and their RNA, understanding what mutations happened to cause the cancer, and in the RNA, what pathways are driving the cancer to grow and divide, and then looking at drugs to target specifically that patient's tumor.
We can actually see what's driving some of these unusual pediatric cancers.
Maddie's tumor is now barely visible in her brain. Doctors hope her success will lead to more use of genetic sequencing as a treatment option. Her family is just happy she's here.
She's been through so much chemo and treatments and scans, and she just bounces right back. She's my miracle child.
At one point facing death as a 3-year-old, now 8-year-old Maddie was actually able to make it to 1st grade, and her family says she's thriving. In studio tonight, I'm Zach Horner, 24-hour News 8.